Hey, what's happening, ladies and gentlemen? Coach Evans here. You're tuned into another abundant relationship video. And as you can probably already tell by the title, I want to address effective ways on how you can combat senseless masturbation. All right? Catch your attention already? All right, let's do it. Senseless masturbation is the act of you releasing your semen through, again, masturbating, moisturizing your penis while rocking it. But with senseless masturbation, this is something done out of boredom. You can even call this procrastination masturbation, where you use that as a reason to not get things done or to just occupy your time and not being okay with being by yourself without having to do anything. There is also another form of masturbation which is called essential masturbation. Now, essential masturbation is essentially you masturbating with a purpose, having an objective when you masturbate. For some men, you can use masturbation as a way for you to train your dick, to train how fast, how quick, or how long you can hold your ejaculation. You are actually masturbating with a purpose, and that is what essential masturbation is. So, we got those definitions out of the way. Fantastic. Before we jump into the effective ways to combat senseless masturbation, I want to highlight two ways that most guys normally try to combat senseless masturbating, and end up failing all the time. Number one is hiding your Costco size bottle of lotion. All right, guys, if you hide that thing and you can't really face that urge, what happens, you will find other ways to jerk off. I've seen guys go into the kitchen, pull out their olive oil, and still get their masturbation on. So don't hide your lotion if that's one of the ways you have been doing it. Second way that always fails is telling yourself not to think about masturbating. All right, try this. Don't think about a red elephant. Yeah, I know, that's very original of me, but you get the point. Every time you tell your brain not to do something that you have an urge of doing, you actually tend to dwell on it even longer, and the urge gets even stronger. Don't try to tell yourself not to do something, all right? We got those out of the way. Let's keep moving. The three effective strategies that I can tell any man to use to combat senseless masturbating is: number one, to sit your ass down and meditate. All right, guys? Now, meditation happens to be one of those things that, to me, they're one solution fit most things, most issues, in a sense that when you sit down with yourself and you're aware of that urge that wants to masturbate, what happens is that you tend to separate that reptilian urge to just beat your meat up, to get an ejaculation and feel as if you haven't achieved anything, and you get the control back as far as your thoughts and how you want to move forward. I tell people, sit down for at least 10 minutes, breathe through it, be aware of that urge, don't ignore it. After that, get up, you will feel way more satisfied, you will feel way more in touch with yourself without having given in to that urge to go and masturbate. Second strategy is pick up your phone, and I know for most people that's the device they use to look up Pornhub and all these porn sites. Use that device to look up masturbation, and specifically, I mean, just look up any topic on Google that regards masturbating. Benefits, drawbacks, what people think, and start reading into them. The main reason why I'm telling you to do this is you're not trying to suppress the urge to masturbate. You're not trying to resist that urge. And when you do this, when you give it that urge to masturbate attention that it wants, that it so much demands out of you, you also take away the power that it has over you. So you're not resisting it, but you're giving in just a very different way that is going to be constructive. And when you engage your brain intellectually, all right, and this is pretty cool. When you engage your brain intellectually and you're reading these things and you're using your brain to think and set these things apart, benefits, drawbacks, and whatnot, over time, that urge slowly drops to a point where it's now going to be there, and it allows you to go back and be productive in your day. So go ahead and give masturbating that urge the attention it wants without resisting it, but just be the person that controls what part of attention are you giving it to. Instead of you going to grab that lotion and turning on Pornhub or whatever site you're used to and jerking off, you decide how you want that process to proceed, and at the end of the day, you end up being in control of who you were and how you do things. And the third strategy, when this urge gets so up there that it feels uncontrollable, give yourself a 10-minute timeout. Set a timer put your phone on the side, go do whatever you have to do. And if you still feel that urge 10 minutes after, once that timer goes off, once that clock starts ringing, and that urge is still as strong as when you set the timer early on, please go ahead and do that. Go ahead and masturbate, because you have earned that jerk off session. And if that urge is that strong to that point where you can't control it and it's just as strong 10 minutes later, you definitely need that release. All right, I'm not against masturbating, but most people use masturbation senselessly. We tend to use masturbation as a getaway, as a way to avoid doing the things we have to do. And the energy that we have, the sexual energy that we all have on a regular basis, can be channeled in different ways that will be way more productive. Take control of the urges that you have by you making conscious decisions on how you want things to unfold. Things like the sexual energy that we have, we all possess within us, they can be tapped in so many different ways. You can use that energy that's bottled up within you to accomplish things. And at the end of the day, if you have a lover, if you have someone that you get intimate with, you take that energy and share it with them, because it's a beautiful thing. Go ahead and try these strategies. Let me know how they work. All right, don't feel shy. We all have these urges to masturbate and release sexual energy, but how we control and how we move forward will either give us power back, or sometimes it makes us feel worthless for having given into that urge that drains us. So let me know if you guys have any other ways that you handle this, and until next video, I will talk to you guys in another one.